For leaders at the height of their powers, a party conference can feel like a victory lap. Look at Nigel Farage a couple of weeks ago, or even at Keir Starmer in the last couple of years before Labour took power as Tory poll ratings disintegrated. But for Keir Starmer now, embattled from the left and the right as his personal popularity slips further and further into the red, this year's Labour conference in Liverpool might feel like a nightmare is brewing. There are political risks on all sides. Let's break them down. First off is a policy that he's only just introduced today. That is the government's new digital ID programme, nicknamed the Brick Card. At a speech today, the Prime Minister said that a universal and mandatory identification system will make the UK's borders more secure. Starmer says that it will be impossible to work in Britain if you do not have a digital ID, taking aim at the grey economy that has built up, employing workers with often questionable or non-existent right to work in the UK. He says it's a solution to the root causes of the country's problems, but there is huge opposition to the policy from opposition parties and even from within Labour. The Conservative leader, Kemi Badenoch, says it's a, quote, desperate gimmick that she says will do nothing to stop the boats. And Reform boss Nigel Farage claims that the policy is an attempt by the government to control every aspect of citizens' lives. The policy will loom large over the conference as the first major domestic announcement introduced by Starmer since his botched Phase 2 reset of government in September, and of course after losing Angela Rayner and Peter Mandelson in a matter of weeks. Andy Burnham also remains a major unknown factor for Starmer. The Manchester mayor is openly teasing his own leadership ambitions. He claims that Labour MPs are clamouring for him to replace Starmer. The PM has compared Burnham to the short-lived Liz Truss, after the Manchester mayor called for the UK to be increasingly disentangled from the bond markets. And in a pretty significant broadside from the right, a major seat-by-seat YouGov poll published today has revealed that if there was a general election held right now, Labour would lose 2/3 of its seats and crash out of power. Meanwhile, Reform would secure 311 seats. That is tantalisingly close to the 326 that they would need for a Commons majority. It would represent the biggest upset in British political history. So the road is, again, fraught with danger for Keir Starmer. We'll have all the latest on this story at cityam.com.